Hello viewer, my name is Gabriel and welcome to a new episode of Concierge.os. This episode will start a little bit from back to front, as in this is the end result. This is how validation results will look like. To the left we have the ground truth, which is what exists in the database. To the right we have the LLM response, which we got from our various performance tests in the previous episodes. And these two we feed to an LLM and we ask it to make sure that all the fields from the left are also present in the right and to present the differences. So here is the conclusion of the LLM. From the top bar we can scroll and we can select the various tests, and at the bottom we have two buttons with validate and invalidate. So we will use these two buttons to confirm the result of each test. Oh, it should be this guy with the ground truth, but the LLM checked for another guy. This maybe could have been me also when I did the matching. This is probably the way to go. We have to be way more specific with how we analyze the difference between ground truth and LLM response. But the tool as it is now, it's actually very usable. Another thing that I would like you to do is to have somewhere a way of validating or invalidating this response, because it did the thing, maybe not perfectly, but now we still have to go manually. So what I'll do, I'll just ask it to implement vertical scroll. I will ask it to add a new button for validate LLM response, and we will run again. After more fixes, here is the new validation result. It is way more strict than before, and now we have way more mismatches than before. The reasoning part has been moved on top and is not toggled anymore because it is always important. It identifies correctly things like the room ID, which is missing. So right here, this guest reservation has room information, but it does not have the room ID. The dates are understood correctly, so it understands that the format differs, but the information is the same. This is perfect. And it properly thinks about booking source and status and things like this. So the enums that we have in our models, it understands their meaning and not necessarily doing a string compare between the two of them. So right now, using this interface, it is very easy to invalidate or validate the responses. And it seems that the result given by the LLM is the correct one. So with this information in mind, we can consider that the main purpose of this project, which is retrieving users and testing LLMs, has been achieved. We can retrieve users, we can validate the correctness and the structure of the information, even if we did not ask for a specific structure. So each LLM thinks differently and will present the information differently, but we have a set of test data which we can use to analyze and validate. And we have a fairly quick way of validating the responses. Now, from the next series, we will be testing more smaller models, which are faster, with different quantizations, which should make them faster, and different strategies for token prediction, which should again make them faster, hoping that we achieve even better results while not degrading the performance too much. We will try to improve the prompt that we use now for guest retrieval, and on the performance side there will be probably a new page or a new functionality in which we can display in a table-like structure the accuracy of each model and each type of test run. Like so, we can have a timeline of improvements that will help us guide our decisions better. Also, we need some kind of prompt management system, because right now we do have just one prompt, but the purpose is to allow our user to have prompts that specify what the pages that they use should contain. Therefore, instead of the prompt settings here, we should have a prompt selector from where we select the prompts and we benchmark against those prompts specifically. Thank you very much for watching this episode and see you on the next one.